Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Coaching Call podcast with Amy Griffith. I am your host, Amy Griffith, and happy new year, everyone. I hope you guys all had an incredible holiday season, a great new year. It's still 2024 as I'm recording this, but you guys are hearing it in the future. So I am going to be going through all the new rules for 2025, and this is honestly one of my favorite seasons of the year. I just get so excited around the new year and the energy that it brings, and how we're all kind of in this collective energy of change and embracing change and setting these goals for ourselves and seeing a vision, a positive vision for our lifestyles. And it just makes everyone excited and happy. And I just love this energy. So I have been soaking it up and loving it. I hope you guys all listened to the last episode before this one, all about reflecting on your previous year, setting goals for the next year. I give you guys a rundown on how I make my digital vision board. I walk you guys through exercises to journal about. It's a really powerful call just for prepping your 2025. So even doing this in January, the start of your year, is really powerful. So I highly recommend going back and listening to that one. I want to give you guys a little bit of an update, life update, like I love to do during these podcasts. If you guys are new here, a huge welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on and tuning in. And I hope you guys get a tremendous amount of value from this. And if you guys have been around and listening, thank you so much for coming back. I love seeing your shares on social media. I appreciate your 5-star reviews. I appreciate your comments or any engagement. It means the absolute world. And I love being able to pump these up for you guys. And my goal for 2025 is to do these every single week. I know sometimes there isn't an episode during a particular week or whatever it might be. I'm going to aim to get more consistent and have these just pumping them out for you guys every single week so we get to spend a little bit of time together. So let's see, a little bit of a life update. What is going on, you guys? For me, I feel like, because of course, I did my 2025 goal setting, vision, everything. I have it all in my new little notebook. Everyone needs a fresh little notebook for the new year. This is from Target. Is that where I got this? Couple dollars, best dollars I ever spent on a new notebook. It just makes me feel so fresh, so put together, and just like there's so much opportunity. It feels so abundant. I just get so excited for everything that hasn't yet happened, and I welcome it in. 2025 is going to be it just feels like so much abundance is happening. I just feel really excited. I feel very abundant. I feel like 2024, a lot of big things in my life have popped up and have happened. And we're in a whole growth kind of era, like very steady growth in my business, in the goals I've been setting with real estate and properties. I'm in a very big, like, real estate property era of my life. For whatever reason, things have been popping up. So we closed on our Vancouver condo that was rented out by my best friend, and now it's open and it's going to be rented out. Or Alex and I are probably going to go back. Well, not probably going to go back to Canada this year in 2025. We are absolutely going back to Canada. This is the year. So we just don't know where yet. It might be Vancouver, it might be somewhere else closer to family. We don't really know. It's very unsettled with, like, living wise. And I feel like when you're unsettled with living, a lot of other things can't really settle down either. But this year, I'm just fully embracing that. I'm excited for it. I'm like, take me on the adventure. I don't care what happens, where we go, what pops up. I'll plan as much as I can. But at the end of the day, it's not up to me. I'm just going to go with the flow of where we end up. And I know everything's going to happen for a reason. And I'm just excited about it. I like the sense of adventure that's about to come for this year. And even travel wise, usually I like to kind of plan out my travels. And of course, some of mine are planned out, certain conferences for my business, certain incentive trips that I'm working to earn. Those are all kind of set in stone. But other than that, I have ideas of, places I want to go and see and who I want to spend time with. And I'm just going to let them flourish as we go about the year. So I guess a little bit more of a spontaneous year than I'm normally used to is what I'm welcoming in, and just embracing the chaos. I love that sentence, embrace the chaos, because I feel like, I don't know if you guys can relate, but when life gets really uncertain or things are happening or it's just there's a lot going on, we can lean into overwhelm, or I guess default to overwhelm, because it's very, I if you guys are anything like me, getting overwhelmed can happen quite easily. But I've switched that around to I'm not overwhelmed. The chaos is happening and I'm going to embrace it and I'm going to have fun with it and I am going to love it and enjoy it and soak it up and just deal with it the best that I can in the most joyful way that I can, because when chaos is happening, that just means things are moving. Like I'm growing, I'm stepping into new territory. And even with like the property, for example, learning how to own a property and rent it out long term, short term, meeting with new potential tenants, going through applications, finding and working with a property manager, going through like all these little, it's kind of like a business in itself. I feel like this is about to be my like second business, or I feel like Alex is going to take over most of this one, but we'll see. We've both been equally figuring it out as we go, and it's just new, it's just new and there's new things going on with it, and I'm like, that's busy on top of, my health and wellness business that I'm running, podcast. I mean, we took a nice little break for the holidays, but having content for you guys and just, life in general that is not business at all and all those other things, it's like, wow, there's a lot going on, but I love it because we're growing. It's different, it's new, and that means we are expanding as a person and learning new things. And instead of getting overwhelmed with that, I'm like embracing the heck out of it. I'm like, I love this. Let's keep it going. I'm learning so much and soaking it up. So that's just been a really good mindset for me going into the new year, letting it be spontaneous and open. Like I'm open to whatever. I'm saying yes more. It's just like, it feels more abundant, it feels more vibrant. So that's been fun. And yeah, I'm excited to just go into this new year with you guys and see all the magic happen for all of us together. So with that, we're going to go through new rules for 2025 and new rules in terms of just what changes are we making to our lives so that we don't repeat 2024. And let me be clear on this, like some things from your previous year, you do want to repeat. You all have strengths, you all have done amazing things, hit amazing milestones. Just there's so many aspects of your year. And if you guys did the exercise in the last podcast, what are you proud of? And listing out all the things you're proud of from your previous year, it makes the world of a difference. You just feel so like, oh, like I actually lived life. Like we forget what happens. If you guys are anything like me, I forget literally what I had for breakfast this morning or what'd you do last night? Couldn't tell you. I have no idea. It's going to take me about 5 minutes to go back in my brain. That's something I need to work on, is like remembering things, but like no idea. And I'm on to the next, and reflecting on the year and just feeling so proud and like feeling that sense of joy with the certain memories or certain things that you've done or achievements. It's like it really helps you just reflect on your life when you do that consistently. And with that, there are things we want to bring in and things that are working that we want to keep going with. But for so many of us, there's things that are not working, or we have not hit those goals yet, or we have been feeling stuck, or it was a really hard year. And we need to make some changes for ourselves to have a different year coming up. We need to change if we want to see change in our lives. We need to take that responsibility. Okay, so I'm going to go through 10 rules, and there might be a part two for this because I can just think of there's so many things that I want to get out and touch on, but we'll see. So, okay, number one, I'll go through these 1 to 10. Number one is like the most important thing, probably. Only set goals with action plans attached. Only set goals with action plans attached. I cannot stress this enough. My team and I, we had a really great call last night to close out the year, and we touched on a few different things, but this was a really big part of it, was like making vision boards is fun. It's enjoyable. Writing down your goals, it's so fun. You get so excited. It's like the fun part. And then that's part A and part B. Part A and B need to go together, right? Part A is the fun part. Part B is the work. It's the plan. It's the action. It's the masculine side to the feminine side. It's the doing. right? You've thought about it, you've casted that vision. Now you need to do. And majority of people completely ignore the do or put it off to the side or act like it has no importance, where you guys, it's literally more important than your goal. Like, I encourage you to set your goals for the new year and know what they are, and then forget about them. I want you guys to be so, and I say this to my team all the time, like, you need to be so in the work, you need to be in so much activity and so focused on what you're actually doing in within your business and like the actions you're taking, that you forget about your goal. You forget about it. You don't have time to think about it. You don't have time to refresh your numbers. You don't have time to think about if you should do this or that, or what should I say, or how should I post this, or what. Like, if those are thoughts in your mind, you're not in enough activity. Your plan is going to unfold when you are doing actions, and the plan will literally create itself. The system will create itself, and you'll know what to do, and you'll lean into strengths and you'll lean into what's working when you're doing them. But if you don't move, if you don't do anything, you're never going to know what your strengths are. You're not going to know what your system should be. You're going to feel paralyzed and stuck forever. And the cure to feeling stuck and unsure is action. That's it. That is like, for a lot of you, your word of the year needs to be action, and it will change your life because you are going to act and do over thinking and procrastinating. And that is what we want to see happen. So, with your guys' goals that you have set, and again, we did this in the last podcast episode, have your actions attached to that. What are you doing each day to help you move towards that ideal goal for the new year? And making that your focus. The action plans are far more important than the actual goal itself. And you guys, you know, the people who set these goals and like surpass the crap out of them, like go far beyond, it's just like, and like grow so much because they are too focused on the activity. They just grow past their goal, they grow through it, they like excel beyond it. That's why, because they're so connected to the activities. The goal, like, is just going to happen on the way because they're in the do. Okay. That's number one. Number two, be a leader, not a follower. Okay. Be a leader, not a follower. You need to step into leadership. And I'm really speaking to the people who are entrepreneurs. I know most of you, probably all of you listening, are an entrepreneur of some shape or form. Maybe you're like myself in the network marketing profession, running an online wellness business or online business of a sort. You got to step into your leadership and really remember that you attract who you are being. You attract who you are showing up as day in and day out, and how you speak and how you act and what you do and what you post and where, like, you're going to attract what you're being. And if you want to attract leaders, and you know, if you're in the network marketing space, that is the goal. You want to attract and develop leaders, independent, positive, optimistic, thriving, happy, like go-getter people, right? Or that's what I'm looking to attract. That's who I want to be working with. So I know that starts with me and me being that example, so I can attract those people at this level of life, at this standard. And that's who I want to work with in my business, right? If you're acting like a follower, where you're not resourceful, not seeking out the answers for yourself, not leading the way, and like, and I'm just going to give like a random example of how I kind of spot leaders. I'm just going to use team group chats because that's how I mainly stay connected within my business. And I'm in like a million group chats, but I have a few key ones. And I can see the people who go in the group chat without any prompt, without any question, without any task for the day. And they put in the chat what they've done, what their goal is, what their wins are. They'll give advice, they'll give a tip, they'll be like, this is working, that. Here's an amazing podcast I'm listening to. Highly recommend this, you guys. And like, they are just taking action and sharing it and posting it and like propelling themselves, and putting that in the chat propels everybody else. And like those people right away, I'm like, that is a leader. That is someone who's so excited and so in so much activity right now. They can't help. They want to share. They want to add value to others and everyone around them. They want to just exude that type of energy and they share it. Like, that's one example of many, but when you are taking responsibility and not blaming anyone else for your success or lack of success, not blaming anyone else, you know, if it's meant to be, it's up to me taking leadership of that, taking responsibility of that, and just going. Like nothing's in your way. No one's stopping you other than yourself and whatever's going on in your mind. And acknowledging that and saying, yeah, I'm going to use my mind to my advantage. I'm actually going to help myself out and only tell myself stories that actually help me and serve me and allow me to grow and excel beyond my potential and my limits. Like lead yourself, boss yourself around. A lot of people are just like waiting to be bossed around. That if you're wanting to be in successful entrepreneurship and you're waiting for someone to tell you what to do, that's not an entrepreneur. That's an employee, and that's fine. But the entrepreneurship space probably isn't for you if you're waiting for people to tell you what to do and only then do you act. Become resourceful, become a leader. It will change your business. Okay. Number three, oh my gosh, I need this one and I'm working on it. Have tremendous patience. Anyone else have no patience? I am, example, this morning, Alex, he's my fiance. We, I was out, picked me up. We're doing some errands, came back home, and I get out of the car when he backs into the parking spot because he parks right up next to like a concrete wall. And I am so not patient. I literally like I'll get out of the car and I'll be like, I'm gonna start walking. I don't like waiting, standing there, and then he backs up, he gathers his things. I'm watching him in the car, just gathering his things, moving at a very normal pace. Not that he's like super, super slow, but he's also not super, super fast. Okay. Gathering his things, checking his phone, turning off the car, seatbelt, and it only takes a few seconds, if I'm being honest. But I don't like standing there watching, waiting, twiddling my thumbs. I start slowly walking just so that I'm doing at least something. At least I'm like kind of almost there at the door and I don't have to stand there and wait. You guys, my patience is next to none. Okay. But but I will say I'm working on it, and especially definitely in relationships. I mean, any relationship that you have with your kids, with your friends, with your parents, with your significant other, with your team, like in your business, patience is a really beautiful thing. And maybe you're like me and you are really learning that, or maybe you do have great patience, but need to work on a little bit more, you know? It is such a, like, I bless and release so much where I'm just like, if there's things out of my control, like the ball's in someone else's court now, I'm waiting for something to come back. I'm just like, if it's meant to be, it will happen. If this is gonna like it will. What's meant for me will not pass me by. It will be here. Like I know that because it happens all the time. So I don't need to stress. I don't need to rush. I don't need to worry. It's gonna happen. What can I do and put my focus elsewhere where I'm in control of the situation? What can I do to just do something else rather than feel impatient about this situation? Or if it's something silly and little like me waiting for Alex to get out of the car, I mean, it's not the end of the world. He doesn't mind that I'm like waddling back slowly. I'm like, I'll hold the door, like, let's just get it going. But taking that time and like having a breather in my day where I acknowledge it now, where I'm like, oh no, we can chill. Like, we're okay. We're not missing out. A few seconds of chilling in the elevator. So that's where I see everyone gets so impatient. And it's like a few seconds of your life, and people get crazy in the elevator when it's just taking a little bit longer than it should. And it's so funny because it literally is only a few seconds, but it feels like eternity when there's nothing else to do. And it's like, how can you take those moments to just breathe and like be in your body and like ground your feet into the floor and just be for a second? Calms me down immediately. I'm like really getting into my calm era and patient era. So that's the thing. We're going to have more patience this year. Number four, I kind of already said this, but be what you want to attract. Be what you want to attract, period. Like, this is so easily forgotten where I don't even know how it happens, but we will go on living our lives as we are and expecting different outcomes with people, mainly in business where it's your clients or it's your team. And if you're acting one way, better believe that whatever you're putting out there and however you're showing up is what you're going to get back. So if you're a little aggressive, what you're going to get back is a little bit of aggressiveness. If you're a little bit, apologetic and timid and I don't really know, you're going to have some, not super like confident, strong energy in your business. It's just something to take into consideration and see, okay, how am I showing up and presenting myself in my business? What needs work? Where do I need to practice this and kind of step it up a notch? And you're going to see some incredible changes happening in your business. And I learned this very early on in my business where I'm not thinking about this. I am just full steam ahead. Let's go. Let's go. And like that was helpful for me for many, many reasons because I didn't overthink anything. I just went. Like that's the secret. You guys don't overthink anything. Just go. The rest will figure itself out. But then I needed to figure out my leadership. I'm like, okay, I need to speak to people in their languages and I need to check in with myself and like, okay, how am I showing up? How am I being? Am I doing all the things that I'm wanting my team to do? If I'm expecting them to do all these things and do what I say, I can't tell them what to do. I need to just be doing it and lead by that example. That is how you get the best results that you're looking for. But people want to skip that work. People want to tell everyone else what to do. You go do it, and I'm just going to be over here and peace out. Like subconsciously, accidentally, I feel like that's what a lot of people will do. And you just need to be aware that people are watching, people can see you. They can tell when you're faking it, when you're saying that you're working super, super hard. Like people can see it, people can feel it. It is an energy, it's a vibration that doesn't even need to be spoken. People can just feel it from you. So just a really important check-in for the rest of this year. Like you need to be what you're looking to attract. Stop saying what you want, be what you want to see come into your life. Okay. Number 5, have a success circle and stay connected to it. I cannot stress this enough, having people around you who are running, okay? And you can have people around you that you love, or go in and out of waves with running with them, or like whatever. You can have all sorts of different sort of circles, but if you want to, especially in business, take yourself to another level, like you need to be connected to someone every single day who is running, who can pull you up when you need that little bit and where you pull them up when they need that little bit, but you're pretty on par. Like they are going. And I have an accountability partner right now where we text every single day at the end of the day what we've done for our business. I'll do this with my team quite often where I'll message, things that I've done, what I'm doing with my leaders. We have weekly check-ins. We have things like that. I'll check in with my mentor as well. Even to this day, I've been in business almost 6 years and we'll have very consistent check-ins where I'll just have that for my own accountability. Because when at the end of the day, you are going to report to someone what you did or didn't do, it feels a lot better when you have something to report back with, so you're not dropping the ball. And it just adds that little level of accountability. And it's so important. Like it's so important. And I love when my accountability partner texts me early in the day, like done all my stuff. This is what's going on. This is what's happening. Blah, blah, blah. This is amazing. It fires me up. I'm like, I need to get off my butt. I need to get moving. Like it just adds that extra level. So that is so important. And just have people around you who are cheering for you, who want to see you win. But at the end of the day, you guys, like maybe for some of you, that's just not around right now. I didn't have a whole ton of that around me when I started. That's for sure. Now it's all around me because it's all I'll accept into my life. I'm only accepting and hanging out with people who are cheering for me. Obviously, why would I hang around anyone else otherwise? That would be strange. But like in the beginning, it can be hard to find that because it's new. It's all new, and you can actually get some pushback quite often. You have to be your biggest cheerleader. You need to find the podcast. I'll be it for you whenever you need me. You know where to find me. Click on this podcast. But like, that's what I would do. I would listen to podcasts mainly all the time. I would read books. I'd fill my mind with it. I would connect with people on social media and just follow and watch people on social media who are so far beyond me, are living my vision board life. And I would just soak up their content because it made me feel good. It made me feel inspired. It made me want to work and cheer myself on. Like, there's so many ways, even if you don't have immediate people around you or people you can text every day like that, you have the internet, you have resources where you can just connect and plug in with someone where that can be your person in your circle. A virtual mentor is what I would call it. That helped me so much. You guys grow my business. I can't even tell you. So I cannot explain more than that of how important that is, and to stay connected every single day. Don't skip a day. If you guys see that you're, staying plugged in and staying connected with your success circle, you know how it feels to go off for the long weekend. It's been 3 days and then you don't really plug back in on the Monday or the Tuesday. And then Wednesday kind of slips through and you're like, Thursday, does it even matter? I kind of fell off, the wagon. It matters. Like, check in every single day, even over Christmas. I'm messaging. I'm like, this is what we're doing. I'm going to have Christmas Day off. I'm going to take it off. This is like, it was really intentional communication. It was really intentional business planning, and it kept us in momentum. So it's a really important, handy, helpful tool to have that success energy around you in some shape or form. Number 6, remove low vibe vocabulary. And I'm not perfect, okay? I'll say things sometimes here and there that are low vibe, but I am so much better than I used to be. You guys, I wouldn't even think about what I'm saying. I wouldn't think, like, no, you don't think, you just say, and what you say is what you say, and that's just what you do. I was also broke when I was doing that, okay? And then since learning that what I think and what I speak becomes my reality and becomes what I attract, it becomes my existence and who I am. I don't talk low vibe words or vocabulary. Excuses, complaining, I'll try, we'll see. I don't know, like, just the in between floating words, and of course the obvious ones, the negative words, the I don't know if I can do it, oh, I'm not sure, this isn't happening, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. You guys know that is so low vibe. It just brings you down. It brings you down, and everyone who's hearing it around you, it brings their vibe down. It affects their vibe. Okay. And within my profession, and I work with so many different people and so many people who are starting their journeys for the first time and stepping into the world of being an entrepreneur for the very first time. So I know there's going to be low vibe words. There's going to be struggles. There's going to be things. I'm mentally prepared for that. I know it's going to happen, and I'm going to like teach them to speak differently through my example and through helping them and giving them little pointers, whatever. But those of you who are in business and you've been doing the work, if you're still saying excuses like, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I'm broke, I don't, I'm overwhelmed with all of the, like, this, that, and just whatever it is that you're saying and going on about. And like, these are things I have said many, 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 many times before. Realize that that's affecting what you do next. Though it may be true, and of course it's true to you. Why else would you be saying that? It's true to you. What you do next after saying things like that aren't helpful things. But when you speak life over yourself, and you speak positivity, and you speak abundance, and you speak what you want to see come to your reality, what you do after speaking those words moves you, changes you, like, helps you, right? Actually, yeah, I can do this. I know this is going to be hard, but I'm going to give it all I got, and we're doing this. I do have the time. I just need to manage it better, and I'm going to do that. I am abundant in money. I know that it's everywhere. I know that how I speak about it matters, and money is flowing to me. It is right now. That is what's happening. Like, speaking these things out loud and letting the words, like, it just does this, it does something to your energy, it does something to your vibration that picks you up. And like, I could go on little rambles like that, and all these different ideas come out, and it just fills me with excitement, and the actions I take after that build my life, like, make me happy, make me feel good, build my business. Whatever you're speaking will come to your reality. So that's so important. Number 7, eat high vibe foods, drinks, and supplements. How you feel. You guys know that health is wealth. If you don't have your health, you literally don't have anything else. That is a freaking fact. Okay. Eating high vibe foods, like I've just been so in touch with this lately and am noticing the difference within myself where I will look at, I'm very intuitive. I don't do any fancy, I don't have a diet. I don't have things I don't eat or do eat. I eat everything. I used to be vegetarian. I used to be vegan. Now I eat whatever and everything. And I just listen to my body. And I have never felt like I have this is the healthiest I've ever had with my food and how I eat and how I feel myself. And I will literally just look at food and be like, I'll see the nutrients that it's giving me. I'll see what all the things on my plate. I'm like, oh, this protein, this can make me feel so good and satiated and strong, and like all these colors of vegetables, and oh, this like natural sweetener, the honey, the sauce with all the healthy fats in it, the avocado. Like I will just eat whatever just has that high vibe frequency to it, the natural, the whole foods, the single ingredient foods or very minimal ingredients that I actually know what they mean. Like those are high vibe foods, fruits and vegetables, proteins of all sorts, quinoa, um, like quinoa, that's kind of random, but I just had it last night and I was like, this is a high vibe food. The avocados, the smoothies with the protein powders and like the clean protein powders, all those things. There's Sanchez. If you guys are watching on video, he's going to join us for a little chit chat. Sanchez, hello. So that's key. The supplements, I have a greens powder every day. I have a gut health pre and probiotic every single day. I have my energy fizz every single day. I have my vegan collagen, like drinkable skincare every single day. I love my protein powder for quick shakes. I have my mushroom powder for immunity, things like that. I only do the clean, Euro standard, vegan, gluten free, like clean supplements, not the ones that are full of fillers and junk, and they tell you there are all these good things in it and then it's just loaded with a bunch of filler things and artificial sweeteners. Like don't do that because that's obviously going to do more harm for your body down the road, but real ones that actually support your body. And the supplements I have been taking and have been on almost every single day, obviously going in and out with different ones, but very consistent over the past years. Like I can see the glow up. I can see my skin getting better and I can see my hair growing. I can see my energy, I can feel it. And that with a whole food like diet, don't love the word diet, but it is like that's just how you eat. That is the way where I feel my best. Drinks as well. Alcohol is always such a funny thing to me. I love a social drink. If you guys know me, you know I love a spicy margarita. I haven't drank in about, I think, almost 3 months now. And I'll go out and get a sparkling water with a lime, or I'll get, what else? Sometimes I get tea. That makes it very obvious that I don't know why. I've just been going out and wanting a tea. I'm like, peppermint tea is my favorite thing ever. People don't have it. Green tea, fine, whatever. Like, I just love a tea, maybe because it's winter, but I love that. Or I'll just get the sparkling water with a lime. People think you're drinking if you're out and doing that. And it's like it's not worth how it's going to make me feel. It's no longer worth it to me. Like I immediately feel like I'm going to get a headache if I have any sort of alcohol. I know I'm going to sleep in the next day. I'm not going to feel great. And maybe this is literally me getting old, but so be it. It's not worth it anymore with how it makes me feel. I'd rather go out for the night with my friends, go home early, stick to my little waters or my teas, my sparkling whatever, and I feel so good. I have like a full night routine. I get up early the next day. I'm just feel like myself. There's no stress. There's none of that low key anxiety. It's just like I feel really, really good. And to me, that's my vibe right now. Like that's where I feel so much better. And I'm taking that into the new year. Like we're going out for New Year's Eve tonight, a whole dinner on the river. We're going out bowling. We're going to go do fun things. And I'm going to bring my ashwagandha pink lemonade intercom that I drink, or my immunity fizz. And I'm going to get sparkling waters and I'm going to have the best time and feel so high vibe with that. It just like, that's the vibe. So if you guys are into that with me, join me on that. And I love it because I actually have, when I've been going out with friends, like I'll still go out and obviously I don't stay out for as long or anything like that. And it's just been so much better. And I love it because sometimes my friends will text me now and be like, "Oh, are you not drinking tonight? Like, I don't feel like I want to drink either." I'm like, "Yeah, let's not. Like, join the party. Let's do our own thing and like let's go out anyways." And it's just been really fun to see like the shift and how we're kind of just we're loving that and we're feeling our vibe in that way. And it's just been, yeah, it's just been better. It's been nicer. It's been fun. So that is number 7. Number 8, fitness is essential. Fitness is essential and not, you know, you have to go to the gym 6 days a week and you have to do this and you have to spend an hour in there and blah, 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 blah. Like whatever fitness makes sense for you, it is essential. Walking, start there. Walking, so essential, so important. I'm going to go do a walk later today because all my fitness classes were full and I'm like, I'm going to go for a walk. Like if I don't go to the gym or do a fitness class, I like doing bar yoga, Pilates. That's my vibe. I will go and get my 10,000 steps in and I'll just go usually on a treadmill now because it's freezing out, but sometimes even just outside. I went for a walk in the rain today, like just moving, living an active lifestyle. That is a new rule for 2025. We are active in 2025. We get up, we move, we stretch, we walk, we say yes to things that are active, just simply to move our bodies because we know it's the best. It's the best thing for us. It's where you're going to feel more energized. You're going to feel better. You're going to just be connected with your body and move it, keep it in momentum. So important. So fitness is definitely essential going into 2025. I feel like I was really great with this in 2024, just really consistent, really like just showing up every single week best I can for myself and my body and moving and challenging myself in different ways and having like, yeah, just throwing myself little challenges in my fitness classes and I can feel and see myself getting stronger. And that mixed with the high vibe whole foods, that's my focus, eating intuitively, still having like my 80-20 20% of the time I'll indulge in the junk or the whatever, and then 80% of the time it's real whole foods and no alcohol and the supplements, like just recipe for a freaking glow up. If it like it just it's that that is going to change your life fully, and doing it from a place of like I just don't have strict goals with it. I'm just what makes me feel connected to myself, what makes me feel good in my body and in my skin and confident, and what gives me energy. I'm saying yes now to things that give me energy, you know? And even like when you're tired and you're like, should I nap or go to the gym? You will feel more tired usually after your nap. But if you get yourself to the gym, you will give yourself energy. You'll feel far more energized most of the time. Sometimes a little power nap is everything you need to get it up and going. But most of the time, it's getting up and just moving stirs up the energy in your body. Okay. Number 9, nurture your close relationships. Quality time, listening to each other, calling your family, hanging out with your friends, like just taking that extra time to nurture these relationships. You'll never regret doing that ever. Your relationships will get stronger. You'll feel more connected. That sense of community with those we're close to and actually just nurturing those things is so important. And again, this is something I feel I've done well in 2024 and was a really key aspect for me, and bringing that in even more into the new year is essential as well. It just I really do feel like it is such an essential thing to keep those relationships connected and nurtured and spending time when you can. I went home a lot. I know that's not always something that everyone can do. I made it a goal. It was like, I want to be there. I want to go home. I want to just have more of that quality time. And that's just been really, really nice. And yeah, definitely more of that coming into the new year. Number 10, last but definitely not least, you guys, no phone in the morning or at night. No phone. I'm really bad at this right now, but we're going to work on it. I go in and out with waves. You know, you're really good for like a week and then it's all ruined, right? So no phone in the morning, not looking at it. I'm aiming to get myself up. I was meaning to share this with you guys at the start, but getting up and waking up my brain with a little bit of reading. Okay, so if you guys can see on the video, I'm holding up this book. It's called The Pivot Year, Brianna Weist, Weist. Sorry, Brianna. I'm really sorry. Weist? I don't know. But it's an incredible book. This Brianna, she can write some magic, and it's the pivot year. It's 365 days of like just a one pager. Sometimes it's really short, like this one. Sometimes it's really long, like this one. And you can literally just have the goal. This is amazing for you guys if you want to get into personal growth, but books scare you. I was that girl once. This I wish I found this when I was first starting reading because it's you can just read one page a day and feel so good about yourself because there's no chapters. It's literally 365 amazing quotes. And I'll just open this and I'll read it in the morning. And it is just like a shot of caffeine for your brain. Like it just makes me feel so good. It gives you a really great idea to ponder on for a second. It's mindset development. And so that instead of a scroll time on your phone or just getting up and doing anything else, don't go onto your phone, go jump in the shower, tidy up your place, pet your dog. Those are all things that I do in the morning just to get me up. And then at night, I'm aiming to do a hard stop at 9 o'clock. Again, really bad at this, did not do it last night. But when I do, it's lovely and I definitely sleep better. I 1000% sleep so much better when I do this. And it just gives me that hard stop off of my phone for the day, like touch back in with my body, in my space, switch off, rest my eyes, like no more screens. So that is it, you guys. We are going to do a part two. I have a whole nother set of rules. So that will be the next one that we're going to do. But I hope you guys took away something from 1 to 10 of these new rules. Add your own now that you're in the flow, spice it up. Pick some that you really want to focus on, add your own, whatever it might be, swap some out. And I just know we're going to have the best freaking year ever together. So thank you guys so much for taking the time tuning in. Make sure you send this to someone who you think would find it valuable and benefit from this so we can all level up together in the new year. And I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.